The biggest thing would be our senior class. I mean, when I got here, they were, playing youth football, and that was the talk, is how good this class is going to be. And, they've lived up to the hype. And with that, they also are working hard. They come to the weight room every day in the summer. They come out here and practice their butts off. And that hard work is what's paying off for us on Friday nights, and is what's elevating this program to where it is right now.
Where Bowling Green is right now as a football program is at the very top of the tri-state heap. The team with the best chance, at least on paper, to hoist a state trophy come December, based on the sheer number of unique positional talents the Bobcats returned from a Final Four qualifier last fall. But that only means the work left to do gets harder from here, as BG found out at Lafayette last November in getting their perfect run cut 2 games shy.
It just really didn't feel the same as the rest of the games. I didn't feel the same. It was a long drive. I didn't really feel like we gave it our best shot, and I think we should just prepare more.
It was definitely a growing pain for everybody, for the coaching staff, for our players, and even the community. Getting to experience something like that, it's been a long time. But the biggest takeaway for me was that we really have to focus on the little things, because that game could have went either way. But there was a couple plays here and there that really turned the tide of that game, and it went from being a 1-score game to a 3-score game.
My point of view, I think the next step is getting stronger, faster, just being able to play better and communicate better with each other.
Assuming the Bobcats can figure out the art of closing in late November, there's a ton here to like, including a returning 2,000-yard feature back.
I think it is a privilege for people to want to come at me and I have a bullseye on my back.
As well as a tougher-than-nails quarterback who amplifies fullback vibes.
Yeah, he's a special player. He's going to be a third-year starter for us, and he's a great player, and he's very physical, and he kind of sets the tone for our offense. When you have your quarterback going out and lowering the shoulder, that kind of sets the tone for the offensive line. The rest of the skill guys, they want to follow him, and I think that breeds into the offensive line wanting to block hard for those guys in the backfield.
Oh, I love it. I love always getting downhill and just being able to hit people. It's not usually most quarterbacks get to do that. It's nice.
Not to mention complementary pieces now to take the onus off both Marcus Starks and Dylan Dalton.
We've got a very great skill base coming back, and then some guys stepping up that are going to be a junior class. Someone that comes to mind is Blaine Bryant. He's had a great spring during track season, really stood out, was an all-state track athlete. And then he's had a great summer so far. So I think that's somebody that can kind of alleviate some of that pressure. And then we have Brandon Gamm moving out to receiver. He played running back last year, and he's done a great job at 7-on-7 and so far in practice. So I think there's some options out there at receiver. And then obviously I think Gunner is going to, at tight end, is going to, obviously take away some pressure from those other guys in the backfield, because he's a great receiving threat.
And most importantly, perhaps, potentially, the Tri-State's best offensive line, fronted by All-Stater Devin Rue.
I'd say they're really good. They play a huge part in that, in all the yards.
I think we can be. We don't have much depth, but we have a great group of about 8 guys that I think can really be great this year.
Defensively, the Bobcats have as many proven playmakers as anyone, with the return of Gunner Bryant and the rise last season of Harrison Hunt off the edge. But the glaring question mark here is replacing the very cornerstone of their defense.
Charlie Bowen was a heck of a player. He's the EMO Defensive Player of the Year, and he was kind of the heart of that defense. And it's been tough replacing those 2 linebackers, but we've had some kids step up. Again, Blaine Bryant is somebody, and Bryson Brandenberger. He played tight end a lot for us last year, but he's really stepping up into that linebacker role. And Teddy Charlton is moving from D-line back there. So we kind of have a 3-man kind of fight for those 2 spots, and I think that competition's been good, and I think we're progressing pretty well.